So we are now going to go into a tribute to this beautiful man, Sri Ram Kaa. I think most of you know him. He's been on the Awakening World many times. I had the pleasure of being on the shows that he and his wife, Sri Master Lady Kira, did many times. And Omashar, our beloved brother, was on everything they did, I think, for the past year. And here's a photograph of them together. And we're going to spend some time, we're going to hear from some of the people who knew them. But for those of you who weren't familiar with them and from their work, they have a beautiful retreat site down in Ecuador. Here's a video that they recorded about 2 weeks ago. And it was their January 24 Ascension Predictions Revelations. There, you'll see, well, here, I'll bring it up right here. There you see our beloved brother Omashar. And I'm only going to play the first part of it. And it's quite powerful to watch. I mean, here's something recorded 2 weeks ago when nobody had any idea that he would be leaving his body. At least nobody who's here in this room right now. And so it's powerful to see their energy, their enthusiasm. We're going to get a little taste of, they show their beautiful property and the incredible pyramid that he built. And I'll have Dr. Jerry Anderson telling us a little bit about the pyramid as well. But let's just watch this video for a few minutes to see who they are, what they're creating, and the extraordinary power of it, and also how quickly life can change.
Welcome to Sri and Kira Live, the voice of passionate action. Celebrating 21 years of continual public service, Sri and Kira offer you the blessing of the experience of I am as you are. Enjoy timeless wisdom, divine inspiration, community connection, and joyful fun. Discover your best life filled with the peace, love, and joy of the yoga of self-ascension as you ignite your dreams with the law of instantaneous manifestation. And now, sit back and relax and welcome Sri and Kira.
And welcome. I couldn't help it. I was so excited to be with you.
Namaste, beloveds, and welcome to Sri and Kira Live. And we are live from the Pyramid of Peace here in Paute, Ecuador, in the high Andes Mountains. I am wisdom teacher Sri Ram Kaa.
And bowing before you as the master you are as I am. I am Master Lady Kira Ra. And I wanted to share with all of you that when the music was playing as we were opening today, and I just love our opening song. The music always makes me feel wonderful to be with you. Sri was so beautifully saying, celebrating 21 years, and what I have to share with you is we're actually now in our 22nd. And on January 3rd, Sri and I celebrated our wedding anniversary.
Yes.
And it also initiated our 22nd year of continual public service that began on the night of our first date. And so we have literally, we got together and it was a bullet that said go, and we have not looked back. And it took all of our blood, our sweat, our tears, and our money to put that on the planet. And we pray that it will offer the peace that it is here to do, and that more people will support more of these going up, because we are together better. And that's what January 2024 is about. We are in an extraordinary moment. Today is like crazy how much we have to share, right, Sri?
Oh, there's a lot going on in our world,
guys,
in our lives, right? And the energetics of this time are really, it's like we have a little wind here today. It may or may not.
The winds of change.
But when the wind blows, we must tune in. We feel it.
Right?
Let's respond. Let's soar.
What, Sri? Let me show them. Here are our flags from Bhutan. Look, guys, look, this just shows you the wind right now. Is that the single most beautiful view? Just as I'm sharing it with you, look, it's just saying, hello, how are you? So there are 44 of those flags here, and Shri and I are actually up. I'm going to turn the camera the other way for a second too. We are actually right up here. You see the pyramid behind us, but right up here through those flags, that's the Pyramid of Peace. And right up there, still undone after almost 3 years, is what we pray one day will be the Temple of Peace that you'll all really soar in, and I believe humanity will soar in. And right here, I'm going to try and show you, that is the Triple Goddess Lakes. And of course, I don't know if Kyla hears me, she probably doesn't, but right up there, this beautiful structure, that is our travel center and coffee shop where Kyla spends most of the day serving and helping people. And then you can see, if you come around again, there's the trail that leads you down to the other labyrinths. Oh, you can just see right there, that's one of the pools, I think, from the Triple Goddess Lakes. All right, so after, and more flags, of course. And how about right back here? There it is. And of course, that white tent right there is the giant labyrinth, the giant spiral labyrinth, which Shri and I really put in here to tie together our journey, because it was 22 years ago. Oh my goodness gracious, that we found Tosa Ranch, New Mexico. And that we moved to New Mexico, and where the first spiral labyrinth, double spiral labyrinth, was created, with the giant Merkaba that we put up on the planet, built our first giant pyramid on the ley lines, had UFO hunters come and everybody going crazy. And that was 22 years ago. From that humble sign on the planet that said, I am here, right? And from Shri and I looking at each other, he's thinking he's retiring when he marries me. Little did he know, this poor man, right?
Well, I'll tell you what, when Spirit calls, we have one good answer, and that is yes.
No matter what, no matter what, we will always say yes. And
I'm pausing there because I choose to believe that Spirit called and Shri said yes. For whatever reason, he's going to be able to do greater work from his higher dimension, the astral plane, wherever he is now. That's how I choose to see it. I know a lot of the people watching our show are part of the Twin Ray community, and they knew Shri quite well. And so immediately when I found out what was happening, I alerted them. And Shakina Ma shared that they spoke to him a couple of weeks ago. And she didn't say anything to him, but she said to Sanandaji, he's getting ready to make his passage. She saw that he was getting ready to leave. Many of you might know these. These are the Egyptian rods that he created. He created these. And many of us in the Twin Ray community, and even outside the community, use these rods. He was a brilliant inventor, wisdom keeper, great colleague, really easy to work with. So anyway, I'm going to bring up our beautiful beloved brother, Jerry Anderson, the wild monk of the Mystic Monastery. Jerry was there for the dedication of the pyramid, which we covered on the Awakening World. And when he found out that Shri was ill, he immediately flew to Ecuador and was there this week while everything happened. So, Jerry, I'm bringing you up, and you're on camera. And first of all, we love you, Jerry, and thank you for answering the call, going straight to Ecuador, and would love to hear kind of your experience and anything you wish to share with the audience.
Thank you, Scott, for this tribute to our master wisdom teacher, Sri Ram Kaa, who visited Earth between July 10th, 1952 and January 18th of the 2024. It's interesting, both of those years was a year of the dragon. And yes, it was wonderful that I was actually able to spend one last day with him in his conscious state of space. And he said a very interesting thing, and he always said it in such a nice way. He said, Kira and I's teachings are not entry-level teachings. And I thought that said it in a lot of ways. Our highly sensitive, empathic, mature souls group, our worldwide community, is supporting and helping in these moments for Master Lady Kira Ra in integrating all these events. It was an instantaneous soul recognition the first time I connected with Sri and Kira, and it was on the Awakening World just a little over a year ago. They both hold such a profound clarity, integrity, and authenticity and wisdom expressed in their sincere and deep love for each other. When they would look at each other, they literally glowed. I'm reminded in this moment of Rumi's thoughts as we are all empathically feeling with Kira. God can only enter a broken heart, Rumi said. So in these moments, let's inhale with our hand on our heart, an Ave Saw breath, breathing in this divine life and exhaling anything that's done serving us. In that spirit, we allow ourselves to be here now, to be open and ready as we are guided to serve the one who sent us to earth. We have invited your Yoga Self-Ascension community members to share their fondest memories of Sri Ram Kaa and express their divine and deepest sympathies and caring thoughts for Master Lady Kira Ra. So, Scott, maybe you can bring in some of the people that would like to speak. I know.
Yeah, I'm going to bring up Omashar next. And Dia Therese, if you wish to speak, okay, great. Give me a thumbs up. And here's Omashar, who, once they found Omashar, well, there was just no stopping them. He was on every broadcast they did. And so, beloved brother Omashar, I'd love to turn it over to you to share whatever you wish to share. And then we haven't had a Omashar song yet today. So if you have something in mind you want to play for them in their memory, that would also be wonderful.
Yeah, I do have, and seeing Sri now, I'm just like so sad, dude. Poor. There's the F going to come up there, but I'm in the Piper mood now. I've been so touched. Sri and Kira, when I first met them, and it was through like Jerry, it was through this show, I felt an immediate soul recognition. And then when I met them in LA, when they came to the Convergence, I met them in person, and we had a small amount of time with each other outside of the event, just by ourselves. And we just were in a circle with each other. We put our heads together, foreheads together, and said nothing. And I just felt I'd known these beautiful beings forever. There is no word, and there's no words that my mind can bring to this moment about his passing, because I'm so effing sad that he left. And I cannot even imagine what Master Lady Kira Ra is going through to bring this all into the center. That is outside of everything that I could communicate in this moment. But I'm with Scott in that when he was in hospital, you know, from what I understand is the Kali Yuga ended just a couple of days ago. There was this phenomenal window open into some amazing new high spirit opportunity. And if I'd have chosen a moment to go, it would have been then. And because when those windows are open, they're open for a blink of an eye. And then maybe another 20,000 years, you get another opportunity. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But when Sri passed, you know, he's here more now than he was then. I was so full of his presence, let's say, when I was in my bed. I could not sleep that night. And I just, when he was in the hospital, I was just breathing for him. I hoped that he was going to not leave. However, he did. And when he did, I just felt this massive light and this massive communication. Now I can do even more for you than I did when I was here. And that is no balm for the hearts of those that are devastated and left. But it may be the truth. And so the song that brought us together is, I'm just going to play it now, and then we can go on to the next thing. It's not too long, 2-3 minutes. This is a shorter version of it, is when they recognized the sound from my voice resounding with their hearts. I love their teachings. They have brought me so much. And I'll leave it there, and let's just sing the song and we'll get on with it. Sri, you're a beautiful brother. You will always be my beautiful brother. I love you always, and I will see you again. We will all see you again in one way, shape, or form. And
deep breath, everybody. Okay. When there's nowhere left to turn, and you're feeling kind of low, slow down, and breathe me in. When the smile has left your face, and the tears roll down your cheeks, slow down, and breathe me in. When your river's running dry, and you're driven to your knees, slow down, and breathe me in. I am watching you, waiting for you to let my love into that lonely life of yours. Listen to me, and we can be together free eternally. When you're feeling out of touch, and you need someone to hold, slow down, and breathe me in. Slow down, and breathe me in. We love you, Sri, and thank you for your life, and thank you for the service that is coming now. We will get through this together as a family. So blessings and namaste, dear brother.
Thank you, Omashar. I'm going to put the camera on Dia Therese, who knew them for quite a while and spent time with them down in Ecuador. And she's got the rods in her hand. Hello, Dia.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you
Yeah,
well.
the famous words. Ah, well, I'm speaking to you. You can see me I'm speaking to the phone that Shri and Kara first popped into. They just showed up. You know how smart our phones are, about 5 or 6 years ago. And I was compelled. Who is this couple? How can this be? Who are they? And so eventually I figured out how to find them more and more. And he spoke right to my heart. He's only 8 years younger than I. And so we have had many of the same teachers over the decades. And Kira, I had no idea what she was saying, but I knew I was captivated. So, and as Kira has said many times, she asked Shri to tell people what she said. This man is the true spiritual Renaissance man, and the spiritual Renaissance man, the multi-dimensional man in form with that you can as you can touch. And when I was in at Tosa Blue Mountain, which is the TOSA, stands for Temple of Self Ascension. And this was heresy to a bona fide when I was young, a Christian, to be that I could ascend. But anyway, and I was there when Scott, when you had them on your program. That was a precious moment to me. Shri speaks absolute truths through what I call his 3 Ps, his poetic, spiritual, psychology. Spiritual doesn't start with a P, does it? Anyway, his psychology was so clear. And their first date, their first date was someone had put Kara on spiritual online stuff. They had found each other. Their first date was David Hawkins' lecture. He wrote The Power versus Force, and Shri, that was a component of Shri's life, what he gave to us. And that is the measurement, the calculation, the calibration that David Hawkins brought to us of the map of consciousness, of the ascension to consciousness. And Shri deepened and broadened that. And his book, which any of us who can get behind having that book completed, I think will be another huge gift to the planet. So I could go on. I don't want to take all the time. His near-death experience just a few years ago, later. Do I have another couple minutes?
Sure, go ahead.
About, I don't know, within a year of the time I started finding them and getting on their Zoom classes and taking those classes and buying all their 5 books and on, he had his near-death experience in the Cuenca Hospital, which is about a 40-minute to an hour drive from what they call the Tosa Blue Mountain, their property there. And the first we knew of it was Kira announcing, and Sue announcing, please, Kira, Shri needs our help. And it was my first real experience in being involved with running out, getting candles, just praying ceaselessly. And then that Shri saw us. He reported later, Akira had told us in the subsequent months, years, that Shri saw us all doing our our most sincere prayers, as he has seen us and does continue to see us. And that broadened my understanding of a little bit of how it works. And so I'm forever grateful for that. And I think those are the 3 points that I want to make. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tia. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
You know, one of the many accomplishments that he created, but one of the great accomplishments was creating the Pyramid of Peace. And they brought together many different tribes in Ecuador that had been at war with each other, that had not had communication with each other, and together created this incredible Pyramid of Peace. We carried the grand opening on this show. And so I do want to show a brief little video. It's short. And we're going to see a little bit of Sri. We're going to see our brother Jerry, just to celebrate the Pyramid of Peace and this incredible accomplishment.
Oh, it must be from the Rainforest Renaissance video. Yeah. Perfect.
Our ancestors, the wise ones, and they teach us to remember each of us is like a finger. And when we cooperate, we become a hand. We can do anything. No more waiting for someone to rescue. We will do this together.
Thank you for being true to your heart and arriving here.
And to remember that my eyes are your eyes, that my heart is your heart, that we are one.
It is important that we recognize that our great planet has rainforests all around the world.
Y estoy muy agradecido a la vida y a las personas que están formando este evento, y ya que hemos podido encender un fuego en este Inti Raymi.
They're a beautiful space. If you want to learn more, down in Ecuador, which I still hope to visit sometime, it's called Tosa, T-O-S-A, Blue Mountain. And you can find out more information about it by going to Tosa, T-O-S-A, bluemountain.com. We're going to conclude this part by going to our beloved friend Fanny, who's going to play her harp. And while she does that, I invite everybody to add their prayers, and especially for us to add prayers for Kira. There was no real warning that he was ill. It happened very suddenly. And I don't think we even know exactly what happened. I think they're going to have to do an autopsy. My understanding is nobody quite knows what happened. So, of course, for her, there was such a team. To all of a sudden have her partner gone is such a shock. So, of course, tonight and throughout this next month, let's send her lots of prayers. And I'm going to keep that picture up. I go back and forth between the picture of Sri and Kira and our beautiful Fanny. Hello, Fanny. And before you play, Fanny, is there anything you'd like to share about your experience of Sri?
I feel very emotional and sensitive. I spent time with them in LA at the harmonic convergence. They invited me to play my harp. And they were my favorite people on the planet. It was such an honor to be with such a power couple. They were so joyful, alive, and they were truly masters of ascension. Yes, and so here I am to play my song. This all my heart is so sad, and I love what Omashar said. Omashar, you're such a dear, dear friend, brother of the light. So I feel the same, and we will meet again. And he has become a light upon us, and it's such a sad thing to lose an ascended master on our planet at this time in our lives. How could that be? I don't understand. I don't get it, but it's okay. Let's be joyous and breathe and stay in our light. That's the message. So I have my little harp that I brought with me in LA because I am on the mainland, and my sweetheart is in Toronto with his mama. So. Breathe love, breathe light, breathe over. As I am, as you are, as we are stars. Mamsa, always in my heart. The fire of the love, your love is burning. The fire of your love is burning, burning.
Beloved Fanny, we're not able to hear your music. I think you don't have original sound on, so we're not able to actually quite hear it.
You don't hear it?
Well, little bits and pieces. It comes and goes because
Yeah, I think my internet is cuckoo tonight. I'm so sorry. I lost you for a while. So
we are feeling your love so much.
yes.
Feeling the love. And your harp, what the tones that we did here were beautiful.
Thank you.
And I know that you'll be on the show many, many times in the future.
Love you.
Love you so much. Love you so much. We are going to go to one more person, our beautiful sister Charlotte from Canada. Charlotte, and I love that photo you have on behind you. It's just like Sri overlooking your shoulder.
Yeah.
There he is. That's beautiful. Tell us about his desire for us to support the global Minga.
What a beautiful show, and thank you. I was doing so well till Omashar and Fanny. I had it together. So thank you for those beautiful tributes. And certainly, I think so many of the themes that have come through tonight's show are really what Sri embodied in his vision and in his work. And, you know, just recently we had our show about Ubuntu, which is that collective well-being that we share. I am because you are. And we know this is reflected in every culture has some version of that principle. And so in the Andes for thousands of years, the principle has been Minga. And Minga is really about that collective action. You know, Dr. Marty's teachings tonight, again, everything was in such divine alignment. But Minga is really about that collaborative action, that when we come together, that we can enhance the well-being of all. And that what we do together, we can make things possible by coming together. And so Global Minga, which is the charity that was started by Sri and Kira, is an incredible passion project of Sri's. And it really is about the heartbeat of creation. In one of the videos that was shared, they talked about the rainforests, and those, of course, are the heartbeat of the world, the lungs of the world. And so protecting our precious climate, our precious earth, and what better way to do that than by supporting those caretakers of the earth, which are those precious people that are indigenous to the rainforest. And right now, they're facing incredible hardship. The people of the Andes, 80% of the indigenous people of the Andes are living in malnutrition, access to water, access to basic health is so limited. And so Global Minga is a charity that brings folks together and really does this global work by working in community, not by coming in and coming from above, but really by working on the ground. And that's really reflected in this beautiful photo where Sri and Kira are very much a part of the communities that they're supporting and working with. And so one way to really honor his legacy and to really support this work continuing is to support Global Minga. So we've put the links into the chat. And Sri and Kira are so incredibly generous. 100% of everything that's donated goes directly to the cause. They donate all of their time, a lot of their services and products. When you sign up for them and you make a donation, 100% of all of those proceeds go to Global Minga. It's really something that they're very, very passionate about. The Peace Pyramid was a project. They've just opened a mobile clinic in Paute in their community to bring accessible health care to that community. They're really doing incredible work. Sri was working on all kinds of technology, and there's that beautiful photo to help with things like rainwater collection, to help with things like water filtration, simple systems that can be built using the existing materials in their communities to help filter the drinking water. And so by supporting Global Minga, it's a way to really, it's all, for all of our collective well-being, and it's a way to really support that legacy and help that work continue. And it's really up to all of us now to help what he has begun and really help that work continue. So any amount at any time and can be, you know, shared. And I know that we're also supporting Beloved Piper, and maybe people have supported Piper tonight and can also support Minga, or they support Piper this weekend, then we can support Minga at any time in the future. I know I supported Piper tonight. I will also be supporting Minga. On Monday, the Monday Mastery program will celebrate and honor wisdom teachers Sri Ram Kaa's life. And that's going to take place Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time or 5 p.m. Pacific Time. And I've also put the link in the chat so you can sign up to attend that. And again, any donations for any of those programs go directly into Global Minga. So that will be a really powerful gathering, and the incredible courage and strength and resolve of Master Lady Kira Ra, that she's actually going to have that scheduled program continue, is just incredible. So, and I know that we're all holding her in our hearts, and you know, the incredible generosity and love that's Sri embodied is really embodied in this work, and that's something that we can all contribute to.
So much, Charlotte.
Thank you.
And if anybody has the link to where the memorial will be, again, Monday at 5 o'clock Pacific Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. I know that that's when they regularly have a regular program. So if anybody has the link or how.
That's it there. That's it. I put it in the chat for you, Scott, the last one.
Okay, great.
And it's under the Monday Mastery. That's their Monday program.
Okay, and so for those of you who are watching on Facebook, if you go to shriandkira.com, shriandkira.com, and that's where you'll see the, that's kind of their main webpage, and you go to their Monday Mastery program, and that's where we can all kind of tune in, and there'll be, no doubt, a beautiful memorial for him. Before we turn it over to Deborah and the KES Healing, Jerry, is there anything else you'd like to share from Ecuador, down in Ecuador, where you are?
Yes, I would say that Kira is doing quite well. It's, of course, it was an intense impact for her to go through, to be able to be here for her during that whole period was really important. And we're getting everything ready for a ceremony on Monday in the monument that he actually created for himself. So I invite everybody who would like to be part of that ceremony. Follow the link at shriandkira.com so that the $11 that you pay to watch the Zoom goes directly to the Amazon people. So yes, please come.
Thank you very much, Jerry. Thank you for being there. And how long are you planning on staying in Ecuador?
I'm going to be here till the February 3rd.
Okay, great. So we'll, maybe you can even come on in again on our next show and just update us a little bit.
Okay. Thank you. God bless our whole tribe. Thank you for all the prayers and support that have been poured out to Sri and Kira in this time.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.
There was a question about what these Egyptian rods are. So I'm going to complete this part of our tribute and start recording a third time for Deborah's KES Healing. And we'll have to work it out so that we can always see you at least. So here we go. We're going to stop recording.